This is Super Yacht News with E. Sisman.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So, back from a week off, feeling much better. Thanks for all of the kind wishes in the comments from the previous video. I'm now equipped with a new microphone, as you can probably see, and a new sweater, which is because of the horrendous weather we've got here in the UK. It's about 2 degrees right now and it's snowing outside. So anyway, without further ado, we'll get on with the actual news. So a Russian ship, which is described by the Russian government as a research vessel, but is actually accepted by intelligence agencies to be a Russian spy vessel, was escorted from Irish waters after being seen around areas containing critical energy and internet submarine pipelines and cables. The ship has been tracked by various nations' militaries, including the Norwegian, the UK, French, US, and Irish Navy. After sailing around the coast of Norway, the vessel was seen transiting the English Channel with a Russian warship, the Admiral Golovko, last weekend. And the ship was spotted Thursday east of Dublin and south of the Isle of Man after switching off her AIS. The Irish Navy actually escorted the Spyship out of the Irish exclusive economic zone at around 3 a.m. on the morning of Friday, with military aircraft continuing to monitor the movements as it headed south. Now, as you can see here from the AIS data, the vessel's track from Norway has a lot of dotted lines. Now, these dotted lines represent where the AIS has stopped transmitting for whatever reason or has not been received. As you can see, the vessel has barely broadcast any signal since leaving the English Channel. They switched off the signal before the English Channel, and then they switched it on to transit because it's a requirement, and then out the other side, they switched off again. Now, the AIS was briefly switched on near the area where it was last seen, where it was escorted from, but as you can see from the date, it's not been switched on for a period of time. Still shows it as being in that area that it was escorted out of by the Irish Navy. Now, the vessel has raised more concerns about the security of the interconnected cables that run between various countries, including Ireland and the UK, carrying global internet traffic. The ship was previously spotted Monday west of Cork, where there's another set of connectors between Ireland and France. And Russia describes the ship, as I said, as a research vessel. But as you can see in this photograph, when we zoom in, it's filled with Russian military personnel armed with automatic weapons, not what you normally have on a oceanographic ship. The ship is capable of deploying submersibles, which is a major concern considering the vessel has been seen close to these cables, which run underwater. The Irish and British Defence Forces have worked together since the vessel entered the waters off the coast of the UK. Now, when the vessel passed through the English Channel with the Russian military vessel, they were both monitored by a Royal Fleet Auxiliary ship and the frigate HMS Iron Duke, as you can see in this photo here. And we have video here of an earlier incident where HMS Diamond had to escort the spy ship out of UK waters. Now, this comes as the German Defence Minister has said damage to 2 undersea cables in the Baltic Sea look like an act of sabotage and a hybrid action without knowing who is to blame. This is breaking today, actually. The telecommunications cable between Finland and Germany, which covers almost 1,200 kilometres or 730 miles, was severed in the early hours of Monday morning, whilst a 218-kilometre internet cable between Lithuania and Sweden's Gotland Island stopped working on Sunday. The Finnish telecommunications and security firm Cinia said the cable may have been severed by an outside force. The spokesperson went on to say that these kind of breaks don't happen in these waters without an outside impact. We'll bring you more on that when we have it. We'll move on to our next story. Passenger ferry ran aground in Croatia with 70 people on board. The ferry, a catamaran designed and classed as a high-speed vessel, hit rocks during a routine trip. Now, the vessel had 70 passengers on board, we believe, at the time, although we're not sure how many crew, or we're not sure if that number included the crew. The vessel had travelled from Zadar to Premuda. Excuse me if I've got these pronunciations incorrect. One of the islands there off the coast of the mainland, but it had been unable to offload the passengers because of problems with the ramp and was heading back to her original location when the vessel hit rocks. As you can see from the AIS details, the vessel is currently still grounded 5 days later. Now, according to witnesses, the damage to the ship appears to be extensive. Now, local islanders from Bermuda reacted quickly and started to help the passengers using small boats. Now, the MRCC Rijeka, is the Maritime Rescue Coordination Center, diverted another ship, the Vladimir Nazor, to the scene, which picked up most of the passengers and transferred them back to Zadar. There were no injuries reported, which is very lucky considering this is a high-speed vessel and it crashed into the rocks. Now, the vessel's name is Prince Zadar, operated by Miatours. Vessel's a 35 meter or 114 feet. It was built in 1989, which is 35 years ago, and has a carrying capacity of 30 tons. The vessel could carry up to 300 passengers. Wow. The incident happened on the 15th of November. Now, we'll move on now. We've got some video footage here, which was sent in to us. Really, really interesting footage here. 58 meter or 190 foot motor yacht Unbridled had a very close call when leaving Flibs, which is the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, last week. The yacht can be seen here being pulled by mini tugboats by the stern. However, the yacht gets extremely close to another yacht still moored after the show. The crew was still in the process of dismantling the passerelle when it got extremely close to the bow of another yacht. The crew tried to break down the passerelle by removing the rails, as you can see, but they didn't have time to retract the hydraulic walkway. Now, a quick-thinking crew member equipped with a fender went out onto the passerelle, but ended up literally pushing the vessel by putting his hands on the bow of that other ship or other yacht to prevent a collision. Really quite dangerous, but as you can see, it worked. Just after they avoided the hull of that yacht, then they became close to a mooring or fixed pole that is used to moor the yachts. And the crew member jumped into action once again, same crew member, and prevented the vessel from hitting that. Really quite remarkable that they didn't hit anything, but you know, he definitely deserves a bonus. Hope he gets one. But that was a great bit of footage there showing exactly how easy things can get out of control.
Right, teamwork makes the dream work. Oh, the boys, you got it! Oh my god. Oh my god. They got this. Some drama, unbridled drama, but the boys made it through.
One last bit of news. The Italian Sea Group released a press statement announcing the resignation of the chairwoman of the board of directors, Simona Del Rey, effective 12th of November, citing personal reasons. According to Superyacht Time, she spent 2 decades in various luxury sectors, including fashion, retail and yachting. Now, Del Rey had served as the communications and branding manager for Perini Navi until the Italian Sea Group acquired the company in 2022. In June 2024, she was appointed as chairwoman of the board of the Italian Sea Group. Obviously, this comes as Perini Navi, now owned by the Italian Sea Group, has recently gone on the record a number of times blaming the crew of the sunken sailing yacht Bayesian for the accident, even before a preliminary report has been released. There's no official word whether the resignation is related to those events. All right, guys, just one last thing. Just be sure to check us out on patreon.com/eSysman. We've got many extra videos on there, behind the scenes looks at things going on in the news, regular uploads of our Patreon chat series, as well as videos during road trips, our Atlantic vlog series, and much more. We've actually got a road trip coming up potentially this month. So don't forget to check it out at patreon.com/eSysman. If you've got any information for us, be sure to get in touch in the normal fashion. You can get us in the email address in the ticket. You can get us on the About page of the YouTube channel. Get us on Instagram, Facebook Messenger, on Twitter or X, and all that jazz, and Instagram, etc. Please be sure to like the video. Very important for the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell for future notifications. All right, guys. Nice to be back. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.